And today we're filming from the Joseph Teal House in Norwich, Connecticut. This is a property that was just bought by my family, and it was originally built by Joseph Teal in 1789 as a tavern. Back in the day, this very dance floor hosted many balls, routs, and cotillions, and this is the reason why we wanted to buy this house and purchase and refurbish it, because of this beautiful dance floor on which I'm standing right now. And this brings us to my topic for today, which is sacred space. Now, most people think of sacred space as sacred sites like Machu Picchu or Stonehenge or even the pyramids. But sacred space can be anywhere that you are asking to serve a specific purpose for the elevation of mind, body, and spirit. And one of the best ways to elevate the mind, body, and spirit is through dance, all forms of dance. And this is one of the reasons why this ballroom is so sacred and so special. But you don't need a special place like this to create sacred space. You can create sacred space for yourself anywhere that is going to serve a higher purpose for you. For example, many writers I know have just maybe the end of a kitchen table in which they practice their craft after their family has gone to sleep at night. But that can be sacred space for their creative purpose. Now, as a coach and a healer, I often invoke sacred space when I'm working with clients to invite in our guides, our guardians, our angels, or whatever other spirit allies we want to work with. But you can do the same thing for yourself anywhere. When I work in my usual office, my sacred womb space, I kind of enclose the entire space as a sacred space. But anywhere can be a sacred space. Even the end of the kitchen table where you're doing your writing at the end of the day can become a sacred space as long as you invoke it. And so what I want to do now is show you 5 steps to invoking sacred space for yourself and your creative endeavors, wherever that may be. Number 1, clean the space. You want to have an uncluttered place in which to work. And that means mopping, dusting, vacuuming, whatever. Or even throwing some things out that are in the room that are really not appropriate. Or maybe just organizing your things in a very nice way can be very helpful. Okay. Number 2, you want to clear the place energetically. And that means using sage or Palo Santo or some other clearing element such as essences. These kind of things that we've talked about in clearing rooms before. Even if you don't have any of those things, you can just get a little salt water and sprinkle it around, or you can get some salt, kosher salt, or rock salt, sea salt, and put little containers around the 4 corners of the room to make sure that the energy of the room is very clear for your intentions. Number 3, you want to decorate your space with the intention in mind of what the space is for. Is it for your writing at night? Is it for your artwork? Is it for a quiet place just to sit and meditate? What do you want this space for? Will determine what you should put in this space. And so whatever items you have that help boost your creativity should be in your writing place. Whatever calming elements you have, such as candles or incense, should be in your meditation space. Whatever you're trying to accomplish in this space should be represented in the design. And I recognize a lot of people merely have a temporary sacred space that they have to kind of roll up at the end of the day or roll up when they're finished, such as the end of the kitchen table, because your family is using the table the rest of the time. And even then, if that is the case, you can still make your space beautiful and representational of yourself and what your higher purpose is. Number 4. You want to invoke your guides and guardians into your space to help and aid you in whatever is your endeavor, whatever you're trying to do. We all have guides and guardians that work with us, even if we don't know who they are yet. Part of our work in this space can be to call on the guides and guardians that are already working with us, to get to know them, to get to know what they're trying to do for us, and get to know what they're trying to help us with. And number 5, dedicate your space to whatever your purpose is there. Whenever you enter it, or roll it out, or step inside, take a moment to remember what this space is for, what your intention is, And every time you enter or use this space, continue to invoke your guides and guardians and allow them to work with you on this particular idea or meditation or practice that you're trying to establish. Thank you again for joining me this week at the Goddess Streams. Please check back next week for another video. And if you'd like to find out more about Teal House, how you can help restore Teal House to its former glory, please contact me either at my website, by email, or by phone directly. Thank you so much, and see you next week.